that brings us to equipment selection. Okay, we've got three types of equipment. If you give me the next slide here, we'll talk in some generalities first. So anytime you are using a coating and sealant, you're going to be thinking about these criteria: low pressure spraying, high pressure spraying, and electrostatic spraying. I want to walk you through this so you know what equipment to choose and when. So if you give me the next slide, the first thing let's talk about is low pressure spraying. And this is used when you have a low viscosity material. So if we're going to be talking about these, and I'll make sure to point these out as we go through how the moisture control marries up to the problem. But if we're talking about a product like an X4 or an EnviroSeal or even Touchpoint, those products are all low viscosity products, meaning that they are like the thinness of water approximately. Okay. And in that case, you would use something like a pump sprayer or like a BTM sprayer, depending upon job size. Think small jobs, mid to large jobs, and think about scale and control. The unique thing about all of these is having exchangeable tips that give you very specific fan widths and give you very specific outputs so that you always have control. These are premium contractor grade products here. We're not talking big box types of products that you're replacing on a weekly basis. In fact, the uniqueness of all these is that every single part can be changed out and exchanged or used and updated, so you remain current. And anything like a broken handle, $8 or whatever it is, and you're replacing that handle, and you've got the same sprayer for years, right? All right, next slide. Now we've got to talk about airless spraying. Now we're talking about high pressure spraying with high viscosity materials. When we get into the MaxGuard line, the Safeguard line, the VaporLock line, those are high viscosity products. And then you need to pair that with a system that handles high viscosity materials. That would be an airless paint system. Okay. That gives you a lot of pressure, right? Typically, you're going to start at about 1,500 psi, maybe to a maximum about 3,500 psi or so. And that's going to really push the material through and give you the spray patterns for very controlled application. Okay. Airless sprayers come in all shapes and sizes. You can go with homeowner models available at big box stores, or we're a dealer for Titan airless sprayers. We're happy to help outfit you with the spray system and all the accessorial products that go along with that to make you more efficient in the field. Final slide here. Then that brings us to electrostatic spray. What is it, right? Like, a lot of people have talked about this, and I would say that most of the time people are using this wrong. What an electrostatic sprayer is good for is if you have a low viscosity and low solids product. Those two things have to be true at the same time. By low solids, I'm talking less than, most of the time less than 5%, but many times less than 3% solids content. And a perfect example of that would be our Touchpoint product. A product that is meant to prevent cross-contamination in indoor environments from, cross-contamination. And that product, the reason that this works is that you're imposing a positive electrical charge on the material, in this case, Touchpoint, and then you're using that electrical charge to wrap around objects and to adhere to those objects. And that is what you should be using electrostatics for in the first place, when you are adhering material to surfaces. It's not used for disinfection, right? Disinfection is defined by wet contact time, and this won't give that to you. This should only be used when you're using these low viscosity materials that are low in solids like Touchpoint. And frankly, I can't think of many products outside of a product like an organosilane product like Touchpoint where you would want to use it. So it's very limited in its use, but if you're doing large scale cross contamination control types of things in schools and institutions and municipalities and maybe full homes and office buildings and things like that, then an electrostatic sprayer is your best friend.